Hey, shalom, 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 shalom. Once again, you're not under the sounds of the voice of your good brother, Tazadaq. And this is Yahawah's word. So I'm going to give people the opportunity to go ahead and come in the room. And so I'm here to talk about my new book. The Corporation was actually released in 2017. This is essentially the revised edition. Much more informative. More information has actually been added. You could actually order this book now at my website at www.thatYahawah.org/shop. And so while people are coming in the room, I'd like to say, first of all, giving all praises to the supreme Elohim of our forefathers, the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whose proper name is Yahawah. All praises due to Yahawah or Yahweh Shah. So this book is 269 pages of right knowledge. So let me start by saying this is not legal advice. I did not offer legal advice. If you need legal advice, seek yourself a competent counsel, and then please be advised. Everything I'm about to give you strictly for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only, not to be taken nor misconstrued as legal advice. As usual, go ahead and give a thumbs up as you come in the room. There's a link below this video on YouTube that you could go ahead and pay to get your copy of the corporation. I'm going to have a limited supply of these, preferably for the people that's actually attended the private meetings first. So this is what the new book looks like, the corporation. I actually allowed it to go on Amazon. When I first released it in 2017, I didn't allow it to go on Amazon, but there are certain brothers and sisters that may be in bondage, and they should be able to get it from Amazon. Essentially, the bookstore. Just see, let you get a close up here. This is the corporation, and the corporation is an acronym. The acronym, the corporation, as you see. Oh, there's a reflection here. I'm not sure if you can see it. You see the acronym for the corporation is crooked officials robbing people of rights against truth in our nation. I myself came up with that, or should I say the spirit was moving on me to come up with that. As you come in the room, go ahead and give a thumbs up, because there's a lot of people that actually really need to hear this message so they can go ahead and get their copy of this book. Now, many of you see how I'm moving. I'm making creditor moves. Hashtag Tazadaq creditor moves. You can learn to make creditor moves as well. You don't have to hate me. You could just participate in the success. It won't come overnight. It comes with the struggle. Every time you fall down, you got to get back up. So again, I'm here to announce the release of my new book, The Corporation. I'm going to briefly go over some of the things that's actually inside of the book. This book is very informative, have a lot of remedy in it. One that you all are pretty much familiar with and seem to love is how to release a loved one from bondage. It's actually in this book. So once again, the corporation, crooked officials robbing people of rights against truth in our nation. The new revised edition is now available. You can get it on my website, www.truthDisciplesWithChrist.org/shop. Now, this book consists of daily affirmations, biblical verses in the first 21 chapters for 3 weeks. Why did I do 3 weeks? Because it takes essentially approximately 3 weeks to break a habit. So the first suggestion that I did in this book is I suggested that you read a chapter a day. So the first 21 chapters of this book entails with daily aphorisms, self-improvement, getting out of a debtor's mind state, how to make creditor moves, how to conduct yourself as a creditor, how to think as a creditor. I do not teach you what to think. I teach you how to think. I teach you how to overcome the limits. I teach you how one should move as a creditor and abort the stagnation of being in a debtor mode. And by the way, to those folks that's attending the private meetings at UOSPC, there will not be any class this weekend. This is why you don't see it online. There will not be any class this weekend, just for your 411. So if you're just tuning in, go ahead and give a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if it's your first time tuning in. Once again, this is essentially a book review on my new book, The Corporation: Crooked Officials Robbing People Against Right, against Truth in Our Nation. So section 1 of the book entails with understanding contract law. Now let me say, I'm not a lawyer, nor do I have a desire to be, but I do study the common law. I do study the law because I think it's a necessity for all of us to be able and be capable of protecting oneself or defending oneself if the situation requires it. And whether you admit it or not, at some time in your life, if you haven't been, you will be called upon to protect and defend yourself. And in most instances, you're going to employ an attorney. I would like to remind you or inform you, if you don't know, Corpus Juris Secundum is a law encyclopedia which states an attorney, a lawyer's first duty is to the court, not to the client. An attorney's first duty is to the court, to the public, and not to the client. Again, as you come in the room, go ahead and give a thumbs up. So the book starts out with those 21 chapters, daily affirmations, biblical verses, to get you in the right mindset. It teaches you to establish the right mindset. Then section 1 is understand contract law. I go in detail in the contract law. After that, 3 things you should require from all banks that claim that you owe a loan. This is critical, essential information in this book, The Corporation. There's 3 things that every creditor should know. And if you don't know these, you are a debtor, or as some say, a debtor. If you do not know that these 3 things that you should require from all banks that claim that you owe a loan. What if I told you, sharp proof, that you was actually the lender, that you was actually the borrower and the lender? Would you believe me? Inquiry Minds wants to know. 4 things required to make a contract valid. That's in this book, The Corporation. There are 4 things that's required to make a contract valid. What are those 4 things? You should know those off the top of your head. If you don't know them, you can learn them in this book. Again, this book is available on the website now. How Tazadaq discharged thousands of dollars of alleged credit card debt. How Tazadaq discharged thousands of dollars of alleged credit card debts. Why does Tazadaq say allege? Because Tazadaq never meant to own anything, because he doesn't owe anything, because there is no money. And Tazadaq is a creditor, and knowing thus, Tazadaq is aware that he has unlimited credit. As you come in the room, go ahead and give a thumbs up. We need some more people in here. Stand by for a second. Let me want to get my phone. Stand by 1 second. Let me I don't want to give you silence, so let me I'm gonna step away for 1 second. Let me give you a little bit of music while I step away very briefly. Let's see. Music. So again, you could go to my website, www.truedisciplesofchrist.org, and get the book now, The Corporation. And to those of you that prefer Amazon for whatever reason, you could actually get it on Amazon. You get a better deal, you get it from my site, just so you know. I'll be right back in 2 shakes. What's going on, C.O.R.P.O.R.A.T.I.O.N? And C.O.R.P.O.R.A.T.I.O.N, there won't be any private meetings this weekend. If in case you didn't notice, I didn't schedule one for this weekend. Marty Ma, I'm out here, Marty Ma. Live and direct, Marty. Live and direct. All right, C.O.R.P.O.R.A.T.I.O.N, there's not going to be any class this weekend. Just so you know, C.O.R.P.O.R.A.T.I.O.N, this is the new book, The Corporation. It's been edited. I believe you may have the old one from 2017. I've edited this and added more right knowledge. Again, you could get this book online at my website, www.truedisciplesofchrist.org. To those of you that I promised this book, as far as Marty Ma, good brother Israel, and the elder Raymond, it's been mailed. Let me tell you this. There is some very, very, very conspicuous things going on with the mail. They're claiming it because it's the weather. But yeah, so no mail right now is actually guaranteed. Not even the overnight mail is not guaranteed. They're saying that there's a delay in all mail because of the weather. So if something has actually been mailed to you, just be a little patient. So what else is in this book, The Corporation? How I guided a friend to win against the IRS and another friend against the C.O.R.P.O.R.A. in Canada. This is the corporation C.O.R.P.O.R.A.T.I.O.N. This is the revised edition. As you see, the book looks totally different. Totally different. That's the front cover. Here's the rear cover. Tazadaq's on back, but Tazadaq's agent is on back. So, what else is in this book, The Corporation, and why should you go and get it? 10 rules of commerce. Some of you are familiar with that. Some of you aren't. There's 10 rules that you must never violate in commerce if you want to win. Thumbs up as you come in the room. Thumbs up as you come in the room. How to purchase real estate with the private credit account, aka the TDA. And to those of you unaware, I'm going to be very selective about the people I allow to come onto my platform in the future. I don't know if you guys are aware, but Yusuf L's channel has been terminated. Yusuf L's channel has been terminated. What was that thing called? High frequency radio. It's been terminated. So I respectfully tell you guys that I've been doing this approximately about, I don't hit 13 years, and it's the grace of the Most High that this channel is still present. And you know, Shaitan has actually sent his agents in an attempt to move this channel out of the room. Even some of the people that I thought was actually working in my favor has been, you know, they've been saying things that I've asked them not to say. Then they turn around and admit that they were substandard and degenerate because they used the term sorry. Yeah, you are a sorry son of a, you know what? Because I asked you not to use certain phrases, but you still come on here and you do it. So that makes me think that you are intentionally trying to destroy the Most High's movement. Because this movement right here is not Tazadaq. This movement is backed by the Most High. This movement is still going and progressing because the spirit of Yahawah by Hashem, Yahawah Shah is behind it. That's why this movement is blessed and unstoppable. None of these other channels have the spirituality and connection to the Most High that Kahan Tazadaq has. And if you can't see that now, then you're blinder than Stevie. And glasses won't help you. The only thing that will help you is your spiritual vision. And I'm giving you that right now. It's called right knowledge for real. What else is in this book? Rights versus privileges. Most cannot discern a right from a privilege. By the way, Marty, your book's in the mail. Most cannot discern a right from a privilege. This book teaches you how. From public law to public policy. Many of you cannot discern the difference between public policy and law. What is law? Law is that which is laid down and established. Law is de jure. Public policy is whatever they want to vote on. They're called statutes, codes, rules, resolutions, and so on and so forth. And it only applies to those that create them and those that consent. How states became corporate. That is in this book, and it explains to you, again, as you come in the room, go ahead and give a thumbs up. It explains to you how states become corporate. So when you see these sovereign citizens, the oxymorons that claim that they are state citizens, it lets you know that they're not as informed as they think they are, or they claim to be, because the states are franchisees of the federal corporation, the federal United States. So the states actually also has actually become incorporated. There is no money. Very important. Very important. There is no money. And if there's no money, my good brother Ronald Brown, how can we pay anything? I contend that we can't. If there is no money, we can't pay anything. We could only discharge it or set off settlement and closure. We can't pay anything. But I contend I can set off settlement and closing. I've done so many times. Am I telling you to do that? No, I would never tell you that. In fact, I only show you what I've done. That's all I do. Thumbs up as you come in the room. Thumbs up as you come in the room. Remedy by UCC. Teaches you how to get remedy via UCC. UCC is a commercial lien. First in line, first in time. Learn that. Know it, but do it correctly. Allocution. The book teaches you about allocutions to all of you that's not familiar with it. Once again, to those of you that just came in the room, go ahead and give a thumbs up. This is talking about the corporation. It is the new revised edition. The new revised, again, the first 21 chapters starts with daily affirmations to show you how to get your mind in the right place. Because if your mind is not right, it's not going to work for you anyways. You're still just going to operate from a debtor's capacity. How to live as an American national is in this book. Some of you are not even clear what an American national is. This book teaches you how to live as an American national. You don't have to be a debtor. You don't have to be wondering, where's your next check is going to come from, your stimulus check. You can learn to be a creditor and make a creditor moves. Get out of prison entertainment. That alone is worth $5,000-$10,000. I have the forms in here. I can't tell anyone to do this. It's just for educational purposes. But it is in this book, The Corporation. As Michael does it work. As Michael did it get those tyrants to leave him alone. Affidavit of reservation of rights to those as not yet secure party creditors. Affidavit of reservation of rights to reserve your rights. Why not? That's in the book. What else is in this book? 5 reasons why not to get a marriage license. If you get married in the system, you set up a trust with the corporate state, and the state has jurisdiction over your marriage, over your children, and everything that you own. And that gives the state the ability to be able to take your property. Why would anyone get married in the system, especially a man? What are you looking to get? Divorce rate? You want to be a soy boy? You want to be turned into a mangina? Is that it? You want to be transformed into a mangina? Because this system will screw you like a dirty harlot and then cash you away. Overstanding the adhesion contracts. What is an adhesion contract? Are you aware? If you're not aware what an adhesion contract is, then that means you are definitely a debtor and you're probably upside down on so many contracts and you're probably angry and you don't quite clear. You don't clearly quite understand what's going down. Administrative remedies. Stand out of the public courts. Administrative remedy is something that you mail in. Tazadaq uses a third party to mail in whatever he needs to mail in. He keeps it on the private side. Debtors do it themselves and usually end up getting stuck. Court of record. What is a true court of record is in this book. Conditional acceptance are in this book. Writs are in this book. Conditional acceptance, among many, many, many other things. An order to the secretary or the clerk to perform specific duties when one wants to refuse one's documentation. What do you do? How do you respond to that? It's in the book, The Corporation. How Tazadaq has beat every single traffic ticket is in this book. Now, let me say this. You can't just get the book and not read it. Or just read it once. Or you just skip to a section. Oh, yeah, I'm going to read this. I'm interested in this. No, read the whole book several times. Read the whole book several times. Copy, write, and carry. Documentation that one should carry in case they get stopped by a constable on patrol. The proper things that one should actually enunciate in their exchange with any constable on patrol or any other agent. Affidavit of independence is in the book. Revocation of power of attorney. Taking power of attorney back from the de facto state. As long as they have power of attorney over you by way of the birth certificate and other instruments, you have no power. You got to revoke power of attorney. Again, as you come in the room, go ahead and give a thumbs up. All in this book. Go online, get it now. It's on the website, www.truedisciplesofchrist.org/shop. It's also available on Amazon, but it's $10 cheaper on my site. What else is in this book? Notice to the clerk, removal of zip codes. Teaches one how to remove a zip code. Why? What is a zip code really? A zip code really essentially invokes federal jurisdiction. This is why we use the 4-corner rule, right? Anything inside of a box doesn't really exist there. It's in a box. That's the 4 corners rule. Or if it's in brackets, it's not really there. Get rid of those zip codes for educational purposes. Verify the birth tells you how to do a true nativity. You know, we're not supposed to have birth certificates. We have nativities, like a Mashiach. What is nationality? Some people don't know. Some people think nationality is Negro, black, and colored. Au contraire. Notice and demand to all law enforcement officers are in this book. How to construct the notice and demand. Very, very powerful weapon. Print and carry to public servants questionnaire. Questions that you would ask any public servant, constable on patrol, or whoever that pulls you over. Substantive rights and common law. So much materials in this book. Allodial and feudal titles. Educate you on that. This is Right Knowledge for Them. Again, to those just coming in the room, go ahead and give a thumbs up. And what we're talking about here is Tazadaq's new revised edition of the corporation. Again, corporation is an acronym that the Spirit moved on me to come up with. Corporation is an acronym for crooked officials robbing people of rights against truth in our nation. Corporation. Corporation. Why nationality is important in the book. Affidavit of religious exemption to those that do not want their sons and daughters inoculated. Affidavit of religious exemption to those that do not want to be inoculated. Affidavit of religious exemption. Constitution don't give you a right. It's your right that's reserved by the Constitution. 1099 OID for court cases. How Tazadaq has done a 1099 OID for court cases is also in this book. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Affidavit to challenge jurisdiction. How Tazadaq properly constructed an affidavit to challenge jurisdiction is in the book. People's right versus citizens' privilege. There is a distinction. If you are a U.S. citizen, you don't have right, you have privileges. Again, as you come in the room, go ahead and give a thumbs up and go to the website and get this book. If you're smart, you will. Because let me tell you something. I made a limited copies available again, but you can get it on Amazon. It's going to cost you $10 to $15 more on Amazon. Quiet title for foreclosure is in this book. Anyone dealing with a foreclosure, they show you how the actual quiet title that I use to help someone save their home in North Carolina. Due process clause is in the book. Trial brief is in the book. The Social Security trap is in the book. This is right knowledge, giving you right knowledge on how to deal with that. Rejection of contracts. It teaches you how to properly reject a contract. Kim McGuire. Motion to support evidence of false arrest for lack of probable cause. Everyone should know that. Everyone. There's not one of you on this call that should not know how to do this. But probably not one of you on the call know how to do it. Once again, this motion to support evidence of false arrest for lack of probable cause. Proof that the accepted for value work is in the book. And why you should become a secure party creditor is in the book. And much, much more. Get your copy today. Visit the website. This is the back of it. Let me give you a close-up. It's the back of the book. See right there. There's the front. Corporation. There's the side. Kahan, Tazadaq Shah, corporation. This is life-changing material if you apply it. Choice is yours. I don't try and sell this. I merely just introduce the information to you. I'm a facilitator. I am not a teacher. I facilitate right knowledge. So I'm just saying here, this is what I have. You take from it what is right for you. If not, then let it go. I'm not here to engage in polemics. In fact, I detest polemics like a sickness. I'm merely here to provide right knowledge But prior to that, I deprogram prior to enlightening you. So one must first be deprogrammed to be enlightened. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and open the room up, see if anyone has any questions. And if not, I will go ahead and shut it down. And once again, you get this book on the website. Let me just post a link here again. The link is also under the video. You click the link below the video to order the book. Anyone have any questions, you could come in the room. Once again, to those people that's attending UOSPC, there will be no class this weekend. This is why it's not advertised and you can't find it on the site. There will be no class this weekend. But I think I might switch back to doing them anyways over the PayPal, but just based on how this is working, I think I'll switch back to the other way. People don't want to attend the full course, then they won't have to, but they're doing themselves an injury. Trust me. I mean, you guys see how I'm actually rolling and moving. Let me show you something real quick. Anyone have any questions? Go ahead and come in the room. I'll show you something real quick here. Go ahead and ask your questions. I'll try to entertain them as long as it's actually a question within reason. If you haven't subscribed to Tazadaq TV, go ahead and subscribe. Any questions? Did I post? Yeah, I post the link. Links in the room. Anyone have anything? Go ahead and click on the link. Come in the room. You got to come in from a Chrome browser. If you're on a Mac, you come in from a Safari browser. Any questions? Any questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Daryl Suber, you be popping up like a jack in the box. What's going on with you, man? Yeah, this one, Daryl Suber, has actually been edited. Like a lot of the typos, they've been repaired. I repaired all of that. What you need to get also is the newest book, which is Liberate the Oppressed. Liberate the Oppressed is power source. I mean, all of the books are. One would be cheating himself not to get them all, because essentially what I'm doing, I'm taking everything that I learned and I'm pouring it into these books. Put my knowledge inside the people. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I know it's late, but it's early in Cali. Curefoot, you got anything, brother? John Castro, you got anything? Let me call Prez, man. Prez hasn't been on here for a while, man. Yeah, so to you T-Doc members, to those of you that do not know, I won't be there in Atlanta. I'm unable to make it, but most high willing, I will see you for the Passover, which is a much more major holiday. Shalom, everything, Shuf. Go ahead and give a thumbs up as you come in the room. Are you serious, Melika? Go ahead and give a thumbs up as you come in the room. Go ahead and give a thumbs up. Yeah, Prez phone going straight to a voicemail right there. Marty Ma, you got anything you want to bring out, Marty Ma? Melika, Kim McGuire, anyone? I'm open for questions. For a little bit more here, man. Nobody have any questions? I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Daryl Suber, where you been, man? You just disappeared, brother. You just disappeared. I don't know what's going on with you, man. Think you let somebody get in your head. You gotta be your own man, Daryl. Be your own man. What's going on, Eric? Curefoot, you got anything? Come on in. Now, I haven't been training, not recently careful. I didn't even get any damn sleep, man. I haven't got no sleep, man. I'm suffering from a lack of sleep, and it's causing me to age. Need to get more sleep, man. I feel kind of horrible right now. Careful, you got something coming in the room, man. I can't talk to you all over there. I didn't really have to log on through the StreamYard. I could just simply log on through YouTube, then no one will be able to talk. People don't start talking a little more. I'm going to revert back to that. I'm going to post this link once more. Any questions? So once again, this video was specifically about my new book, the revised edition of the corporation, right here. A lot of valuable information in it. And then, you know, there was a guy that came on. He was telling me how he, you know, used the book to help him beat several things. Like he had a back pay situation, just like Dominique. He was overpaid and they asked for the money back. But he used my conditional acceptance to beat it 2 times. And, you know, he won't come on to give a testimony. And people like that, I regret allowing them to get my material because they show themselves to be unworthy. I don't have respect, and I do not favor folks like that. What's going on, Juan Castro? You got some questions? What's going on, Juan? This webinar is specifically about my new book, the revised edition of the corporation. More materials actually been added here. Right here, revised edition of the corporation. Get your copy now. Marty, you came in, but you fell out. Mina Bay, please get. Yeah. A lot of things going on, Mina Bay. Yeah. I need rest, but hey, man, it's like really hard, and I can feel it. Marty, you was in, but you fell out. What's good? Del Suber, he's probably at work. Del Suber, stop allowing people control your mind and your thinking, brother. Marty, what's going on? You mute, man? Yeah, not just this book. Honestly, you guys should get all of them.
Shalom, brother. Shalom.
Gotta drink this, Marty, man. Celery juice and kale, man. Sides hurting, man. But just like you going through something, your body's going through something, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that kind. Every little bit helps, but I just wanted to step in and tell the people that how the material is essential to one's salvation. I mean, it's worked so many times, saved me so many times, and it's never failed me. I mean, it's like priceless, not like price, it's priceless. And you can't really put a price on something that's priceless. If it does half of the things for you people that it did for me, I mean, it's a win that you can never, ever forget about. It is that spiritual, it's powerful, real.
Over and over and over again. It pays for itself over. This is what I don't get, Marty. How can people that say that they want to they see me? You see that? See me pulled up right there, Marty? They see me, man.
You did?
They see how I'm moving. They see how I'm moving, Marty. And they still, I don't get it. What more could you want to show these people, man? I'm not talking about no stocks or nothing like that.
You tell the people, the reason he shows you this family is because his motto is you can do it too, because you can. I $8,200 on my Pebbles vehicle. I got the statement, all gone. $8,200. That's what this is. That's what you do with this. I'm going to tell you, it's a win-win, and it's a win for your spirit. It uplifts you, and you're going to be just waiting to use it again. And you're
It's
supposed to
like a
use it.
trumpet. That shipping, that international shipping, it takes a long time. And once it leaves the United States corporation, I have no way of tracking it, right? So it takes a long time. But I shipped something to someone. It took them a month and a half, 2 months to get it there. Now with this new thing that they're using, this new excuse about the weather, I mailed a letter to California 2 weeks ago. It's still not there. It was very important. So yeah, it probably take a long time, but it will get there. I will just put everything in one box. It will get there. Just a regular order, something like that is about 60. So a box, especially the book, Liberate the Oppressed and the Plug together. Those books are like really, really thick. So you're probably talking about 10, maybe 15 pounds in weight with these books. These books are thick.
It took me about 10 days to get Liberate the Press. But I wanted to tell you, you people, that the EFT worked for me, $8,200 on my Pebbles car. And actually, this is the stuff that you're supposed to do. I mean, this is the way you're supposed to move. To do it either, but I'm just telling you, for me, I mean, I'm no different than you. It worked effectively for me. And I've used several procedures. So in court, I have been successful. Black robe stepped aside, and I'm serious. I'm telling you like that, but it worked just the way it was supposed to. If you get the Khan's material, you don't have to worry about his material. You only have to worry about you.
Khan.
What you do.
Khan.
If you do what you're supposed to, I insist that his material, and he always said, go check it out for yourself, and I do. And I've never found it to be inaccurate to this day, and it has always worked for me. So I never feel skeptical, but you must prepare properly. Now, when you deal with these other people on the internet, we were talking to some people last week, and the guy got locked up. It was edifying someone else. So you got to watch that. If you do the right thing, the Most High is going to stand with you with this, because he gave this to the Khan, and he's going to always bring it effectively. Worry about yourself. It works every single time. How can you go wrong? I mean, I could tell you that really, really dramatic story with me in the black robe. I'm in California. Black robes out here body slam men like you and I, brothers. And most are always turned inside out after they deal with them. Now, the black robe, I dealt with them the way the Khan's materials, he showed me how to use it. I used it exactly as he said. And they don't even effing talk to me no more because of the material he gave me. Affidavit, negative averment, based on 10 points, means you can't talk to me. Bam, that's what I did. Here you go. But after other things, affidavits, we don't use motions, we use affidavits. And I put that on the record. If you do all this required, just as he designed it.
Mark, you could visit the website and you could order all of those books. You could visit the website. He's asking me to email him. You could, if you really want the books, go to the website. The website's in the room. It's been put here several times. You could go and order the books. Right now, I have a People that's attending the private meetings, I have a special where I'm giving them $75 off. So you can go to the website and order those. Or if you're not attending the private meetings, it's going to cost $75 more. So I mean, jump on it before that's taken away. And once again, to all of you are unaware, man, Yusef L's channel's actually been shut down, been terminated. The high frequency radio is terminated. So you know, I've been looking, and this is actually one of the last channels left of its kind like this that's really giving you right knowledge. So you may want to cherish this channel. Go ahead, Marty. Mo. This is right knowledge for real. People that do this, let me tell you this. Let me tell you, and don't say I didn't say this. If you don't do this with conviction and really clear on what you're doing, it is not going to work for you. And you're going to be one of those that says, oh, that stuff doesn't work. Works for me every time. Making creditor moves. Hashtag Tazadaq creditor moves. Works for Marty. Works for that. It worked for Ephraim Smith. Worked for Sean Watts. And person after person that worked for. The ones that did their due diligence. Worked for Nicholas Careford. Careford, did this work for you? Careford got 2 Jeeps out of it, Marty.
Yeah, I remember he said that several times. 2 Jeeps. That's how this goes down, folks.
People that really comprehend it and do it, it works for them. It is not going to work for debtor. You don't want to get the corporation without getting Liberate the Oppressed. This is the newest book. Liberate the. You see this? See how thick this book is? You're talking about 766 pages right here. The right knowledge for real.
That's a badass book right there. I mean, look, people, this Yusuf Bey's channel is gone. How long do you think it's going to be before they try to take this from you? They don't want you to do this, folks. They don't want you liberated. They want to keep you in a coma like you are. Because you're sleep, snoring, and in a coma.
They have their heads in the sand like an ostrich. And they don't like to be told that, but it's true. Because, see, folks don't realize how deep this programming go. They think I am the enemy. When I'm merely your liberator. And you are oppressed. This is why I named the book Liberate the Oppressed. You're oppressed. You have no awareness that you're oppressed.
I've never seen a brother that gives more than the kind. You know, look, he is straightforward and he is strict about the things he believes in. But whenever a brother or sister is in need, he always reaches out. I mean, he has been good to all of us, all of his family, his brothers. If we have needed him from time to time, he has been so generous, and his material is always there to help all of you people get what you want. These people are slamming the gate on this stuff. They're taking away right knowledge every day. Yusuf Bey, all gone. You know, right now could be your last chance at an opportunity of a lifetime, because it could be gone tomorrow. Then what would you do? What would you do when you be like, how do I find him? What do I do? How do I get this material? Now, anything could happen. But you sit there and procrastinate on what you know you need to do. I mean, how many of you do not need this? I mean, it's not one of you that don't need this. Not one. And you know that. What is it that makes you stand back and want to be a slave, your mind taken away from you and manipulated by someone that doesn't give a damn about you? You trust him and you believe him, but You don't like the Quran. You hate the Quran, but really you don't like the Most High, and you hate him. That's what it really is, because the Most High gave him this. He didn't give it to me. He didn't give it to you. He didn't give it to the other people. You see what he and who he really is? He puts himself on the line to help you. Most of you sit over there like you scared to pop up because Big Brother is gonna fucking punish you. I mean, come on. If you understand what I just told you, it will change your life in every way. It backed up the black robes off me. I got the court case file number. I'll give it to anybody that think I'm effing lying, and it'd be just like I told you. This stuff transcends through your life for the betterment of who and what you need to be. Don't you get that? I mean, or do you like being subject to a faction that doesn't give a damn about you and never did? I mean, these are your oppressors that came here oppressing you from the beginning, and you effing, kissing up to them like they doing something. They not doing anything for you. At least see truth. Learn about yourself. Because if you don't do that, the Most High said this: it's everybody's job to see through the deception, no matter what, no matter what. So you think you can keep doing that and it's okay? I insist that it is. See, everything you do in life means something. What you say, what you do, the people you associate, the things you believe in, I insist that it means something. And you notice how I use the word insist, because you can use words and think they mean one thing and they don't mean anything like you think. And they use that to control your dumb ass. You need to know these things, people. You need to know how to use words, how to move, what they're doing against you, how you can better yourself, how you can live the way you're supposed to, how you're supposed to take care of your family, lead them in the right way, make them who they are and the generations after them. It is your duty to do that. This is what this great.
Chanel Singletary, if you have any questions, you could come on in the room, click that link. Anyone that has any questions, you could come on in the room, just click on the link. Go ahead, Marty Ma. Work that tour.
So when you get this material, the very thing that it's going to do is going to show you who you are. Who you are. Most of you be like, oh, I know who I'm. I insist you don't know. And why not find out the things that prey on you like a beast every day? Every day you break rules and are subject to things that prey upon your very existence. When you wake up until you go to sleep, truth, that's real. And when you refuse to look at them and identify them, you actually sanction this stuff and become a part of the things that'll go against the Most High, the Creator. And that ain't gonna work out well for you. Quit playing with things that you don't understand. Quit ignoring the things that actually you are supposed to embrace in truth and knowledge and the wisdom that all of us should want to do and need to do. But look at what most of you do. Get the material, join the webinars. I'm telling you, we have a very, very structured, serious class, but we have a good time. You have people there that have the knowledge to assist you. The Kahan has rolled back things to help the ones that he left behind that were like you, that didn't believe. And he did say that he wasn't going to do it again. I mean, this is your opportunity to step up, join in, and move effectively along with us, because every day he is edifying us and bringing us more knowledge to keep the beast away from us. That's real talk. And what you do is you do nothing. You let him put his life on the line, because that's real. And this may go away any day, because that's what's up. They want to keep you an infant, because really, until you take that away from them, that's just who you are, and you don't even know that. Step up, step out in truth and wisdom. And I do insist the Most High will join you if you do what's required, because he will do it. He did it for me, and I was done, well done, overdone, finished. But my belief was solid, and I turned it up and started learning the material that the Khan had, and I am well again in knowledge and understanding. I know who I am. I'm not leaking like I was. I was leaking out. Where's this coming from? Leakage everywhere. I have been just holes all over from puncture wounds of the establishment, people stabbing me in the back, beings affecting me, leaking all over the place. I no longer leak, and I am solid, and I'm ready to go. You can do it. Just try. Get the books. Start with the books, and then come to the webinars. Get a few books. Get all the books. Then come to the webinar. If you aren't the best you ever were in life, hell, I'll give you some fiat. I'll do something for you, because you ain't gonna need it from me. It doesn't matter what I offer you. It will change you. You're gonna be complete. But anyway, I just wanted to lay that on your family.
Singletary, what do you have? Singletary, what do you have?
Greetings. It took me a minute to get in, so I just wanted to sit here and catch up on what he was saying first. But I'm Chanel. I do have a lot of questions. I really don't even know where to start.
How
So
familiar,
I just
how
kind of wanted,
familiar are you with this?
not very much, not very
Then
much at all.
what I would
Um,
suggest, sis, is that you order my book, The Infliction of Commerce, and start right there. And along with
okay,
that, I would suggest that you go and watch my videos on this channel right here, Deprogram Enlightener, from the
mhm,
oldest to the newest, so that
okay,
you could actually get a foundation. Because at the beginning of my videos, I talk more about the basics. And that's one of the problems that people that become involved in commerce, they usually just encounter someone that just want to take their fiat, but not teach them properly. So they end up filing documents that they don't even comprehend. That's what I would suggest.
okay. I think that's a great idea. I like learning, and so I'm the kind of person I really want to be well informed and make sure that I understand and not just regurgitate, but that I can execute it, you know, with confidence. Um, so I've been following you for a while, just different people with different platforms, speak to different people and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I started following you, was through like other people. But I watched the video about doing a detox a few weeks ago, and I did that, and kind of that's what sparked my interest. And I was like, this brother is really on to something. So I've been kind of listening here and there. I work a lot, and so I'm on the road right now. So I listen here and there. I don't get as much information as I'd like to. But again, you know, I'm the kind of person, before I even start to ask questions, I'd rather just sit back and try to inform myself as much as possible.
It's good.
I do know that there are some funny things going on with the world that we live in, and I've kind of switched up the way that I live my life to maneuver in that way. I'm like a flexitarian. I'm not 100% vegan right now, but I'm more focused on the food intake more so than the trend, the aspect of like really just listening to my body. And so I'm not a person that like try to gloat. I'm like really humble. But the most important thing, the biggest thing I would say, as a single female, as a single mother, I do have a lot of questions about maneuvering in this world, because it's like there was when y'all did the podcast, the real men and the women that love them, and then the other one, the other night about the narcissistic toxic behavior. You're talking about, like, you know, having a strong mind and actually like being able to maneuver in this world, being of this, you know, being able to maneuver but not getting caught up in the world. And I think that's something that I struggle with. I can make myself a lot. And you know, there's a lot of things that in my mind I want to do different, but I don't know exactly how to maneuver. I would like to have a little more independence as far as financial, but again, I wouldn't even know where to start. So I guess I'll start with, like you said, start with the old videos and work myself up, and that should basically answer all my questions. Now, Marty Mar was saying something about books, and you were saying something about being in the private meetings to get the discount. How do I do that? Or where do I sign up for the private meetings?
I missed something. I stepped away for a second. What did she say, Marty? She asked the question, how does she want now? Repeat that again, sis.
Where do I sign up for the private meetings to get the discount on the book?
Oh, yeah. You go to the website, www.shootdisciplesofchrist.org.
Okay.
I'll put that in the room again.
Thank you.
You said you you travel a lot. Is that what you said?
I do. And so I feel like that's a really big challenge as far as like trying to transition into being a vegan, because I'm always on the road. I'm in like a different city, you know, and it's a challenge. Like at night, the grocery stores are closed. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, I got an Apple.
Or something?
I'm sorry. Oh, I travel. This is for my personal. I found that okay, basically me, I like to travel because I was fed a lot of lies growing up, and I found that traveling, I've been meeting a lot of people, exposing myself to a lot of different things, and so I started this thing where I travel. I have like 3 consistent days off at work, and so as soon as I'm off, I hit the road. I'm trying to learn a new city. I'm trying to go to different monuments. And so that's basically what I do in my spare time, aside from like journaling, like,
that's good.
You know,
that's good.
Just seeking out different things. But again, with the transition to being a vegan, it's like, you know, either I have a bunch of produce stacked in the car, or like at night, you know, if I eat all my food, it's like nighttime, so I gotta run in the gas station, grab something, this and that. But it's like a challenge, and I think the mind too. I'm moving around. I'm not in the same space all the time, and so that's like really, really, really a challenge. And just seeing how toxic food is, I want to be different, but also I don't want to be. I want to be well informed about how to make my transition. With the detox process, it's quite a process, and it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. But again, I'm like, I don't want to be misinformed when I go into something. And so when it came to that, I sat and watched that video over and over. I watched that video like every 4 days, just to reassure myself, like, okay, I need to get this product. Okay, I need this. Okay, this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm experiencing. Document everything, writing everything down that I go through each day. And, you know, that's kind of how I maneuver. So with this, I really want to make sure that I have the discipline to understand exactly what I'm doing, because I don't want to say, oh, I want to do something different, and just do it. You know, like, I want to do this because everybody else is doing it. I want to make sure that I understand how I can impact my community while I'm doing that.
Right.
Kahan, I want to tell her something that helped me real quick.
Good.
Okay.
Fasting is essential. If you fast as long as you can, and I mean fast, just taking on a little water, and do that as long as you can, approach
Mm-hmm.
your objective, and you'll find that helpful to you. It helped me hugely.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Now, I mean, there's several ways to fast. You could do a water fast, a fasting with something like green juices, but if you can, it's better to just fast with water, and if you can't do that, with a couple herbal teas.
Okay.
But sis, I'm going to tell you.
Now, okay. Now I know from the detox video you were saying like missile. I want to say there was like a couple of good ones that you recommended in there, to assist with the fasting. Are there any other like herbs or anything that you could recommend?
Yeah, like maybe some mullein that clears out mucus out of your body.
What'd you say?
Mullein
What
and
was
dandelion tea,
mullein?
but
Okay.
always the bladder rat and sea moss.
Okay.
That really
Okay, I
helps
have
out.
sea moss. I have some dried out. I like ordered it from Canada. It takes a while to get here too. It takes like maybe like 2 weeks. But it's dried, and I do that like maybe twice a week. I notice that if I do it every day, it kind of like slows me down a little bit, and I didn't really like that so much.
The sea moss?
Yeah, it gives me like a
You said it
swing.
slows you down?
Yeah, it slims me down.
Oh, slim you down. Oh. So you don't like that?
No, not so much.
About 80% of America is overweight. So unless you're not in that category,
yeah,
I'm not sure.
I think I'm a few pounds overweight. I'm like I'm 5 foot, maybe 134, 135.
Why would you want to be slimmed down? You've been listening to these Negroes out there saying, nah, man, you fat. Stay like that. It's better to be healthy, sis. Trust me on that one.
Okay.
It's better to be healthy.
Right.
Because as you age, your whole looks, it's like bodybuilders, right? They look good, but most of them are unhealthy. They abuse their bodies with steroids and so on and so forth. But they look healthy, but they're not really healthy inside.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, B Harris, we don't take orders. B Harris, come on in the room. B Harris said and talk about the forced vaccinations. Come on in the room, B Harris. Here's a link. Click on the link. Go ahead, Chanel.
Oh,
hey, Malachi, can you text me the address you want me to mail this book to tomorrow? If you're still on the call.
Hey, Chanel says,
yes.
you do know that that you are not here by chance. Whenever someone enters onto this platform, it's something that the Most High has given you the ability to actually step out and want something that most people are afraid of, So I just want you to know it's spiritual, and you have been selected by the Most High. What you do from this point on, life, if you know what I mean.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
A wonderful thing, sis, to see your path because a lot of people are so-called intelligent, smart, and educated, and I would insist that that's probably not true. It isn't true. So I just wanted to let you know that there's something divine about people that actually are able to receive this.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that because just from the few videos that I watch and what y'all have been saying in the videos, it really resonated, and it just hit me in a way that I'm like, wow, this is it caused me to go within and want to seek to improve, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. I don't want to be around any person, place, or thing that isn't constructive and that isn't assisting to improve and make things better and that sort of thing. And so just watching the videos, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I said, even with the detox video, that was a moment for me because I'm like, I never heard this before. I did a detox years ago, like a long time ago. I mean, I was like fresh out of high school when I did that. But I'm like, I haven't heard this information since. I haven't heard these things, or I haven't seen the way that they look at it from their perspective on how they run their community. I'm like, this is different, and that it's not necessarily that all things that feel different are right, but coming out of the indoctrination, usually if it opposes everything that I've already been taught, it probably is right, or it's probably something out. And so just listening to the videos, listening to the information, it definitely makes me has me interested. And then what you were saying earlier about that's what you learn, that's exactly right. Like I don't know the Bible 100%, but I do know some, and I do know that it is my right, being here to give myself the absolute best that I have to offer myself, and so that's basically what I'm trying to do, and so anything that comes in my way, that's basically the goal is to make all the people, places, and things around me better, and to also learn in the process. And so I like that I'm learning a lot from you guys. Just listen to what you have to say.
Sis, because I'm going to tell you, I assume that you believe in the Most High. Am I correct?
I wouldn't say I'm conflicted. I was raised Christian, and then my early 20s, I kind of like rebelled. So right now, I don't really have a stance on that.
We're not Christians, though. We're not Christians.
I can't really stand with that. I know that there's something greater working, but I don't have a name for it, or I don't make it tangible. If that makes sense.
It is essential that you believe in the Most High for this to work for you, and I'm going to tell you why. If you believe in the Creator, the Father, the Most High, I would direct you to Genesis 1 through 26 and 28, and I would insist that that is absolutely correct, and it is absolutely your right to believe in that and to live that way it is written by the Most High. See, this is all spiritual, and it will absolutely work for you, but you must realize that this is all from the Most High. He gave it to the Khan and not to us. He gave it to him to edify us, but it is the Most High's word. And I suggest that that is most important for you to read the Bible and attend. We have a Bible study here, and you may want to join in. And then, because I am not as versed in the in the word of the Most High is a lot of the other brothers. And it is my absolute goal to get as close as I can to the Most High in the word of him, because he has given me so much. And it's my duty and my honor to return what he has given me. All praises due to the Most High through the Quran, because the Quran is not like any other so-called man that claimed or professes to edify us in the truth and wisdom. Because if you have been informed or joined this platform, you understand why I say that, you know, and you have done something that most don't do. You stepped out and you want this, and I see this being something that will change your life, absolutely. But you must embrace Most High, because it's his gift to all of us. And we honor him, the Father, the Creator, by returning, by honoring him and moving within the word he has set forth for us. Because the things that prey upon us daily are against the Most High's word. And his word is the thing that keeps us absolutely free of them. They cannot infringe upon us as long as we work within that realm. And that is truth. If you embrace this truth, wisdom, and honor, it will make you and give you absolutely, unequivocally, every single thing you want. I guarantee you that. And it will make you feel like you never felt before. You'll feel complete, powerful, and you'll know what real humility and honor is. Because we walk in a world today that has actually been judged already. And it is important to be reborn again in the truth and wisdom. Because this world has already been judged for what it has actually shown us to be. And in the material that the Quran has, it will give you the right knowledge to move as no other does. You will see that people are actually sleeping, snoring, and in a coma. Absolutely, and they don't even know it. It may sound far-reaching, and you may not understand it, but I guarantee you it is absolutely correct, and everything I said will be gifted to you. All praises due to our Creator and our Father, the Most High, Yahawah, or Shah, Creator of all things. I want you to believe that and look toward the light that we found to be the passageway that we all must pass through, because the kingdom is real. It is absolutely real. And in the material, I will insist that it will show you that. It will show you the deception that preys upon you and that has turned you into something that the Most High never meant for you to be. And that is a subject of something unnatural and evil. It's truth. It will actually show you, because it is always this way, that they will always make it where you can look and find out the things that prey upon you. But most people don't want to look or find out. It is always there to see. If you want to see, and if any of you others that aren't afraid to see the truth, get the material, and I guarantee you that you will absolutely see what has been preying on you from the day you were born. Absolutely see. And not one person will be able to come back and say that that is not true. And how many people do you think kings are born every day and die every day, never knowing exactly who they are and what they are? Because we are kings. And our women supposed to be helpful and follow us to the kingdom. Always choose wisely and edify yourself so the choices that you make are solid and you won't regret them. If you only knew what happened to me, you would understand why I feel so profound about my statement. Nothing will give you right knowledge like the Kahan has been gifted. All praises due to our Father and Creator. Nothing can make me a lie out of that. I don't lie to anyone. I don't need to. I'm grown. I'm honorable. I will always stand and face anything that has been put before me. If you feel strong about who you are and what you are, make sure you know exactly what you are. You need to know that to move the way you should. You're over here for a reason, absolutely for a reason. And I want you to get all that you seek in life, because it is not as difficult as you may think. It is only for you to want it and have an open heart to believe in this in a spiritual way, not in a selfish or self-gratifying way as you want to gain only. This is about you will receive, actually receive all the things that the Most High promised you, because you will. You will see that, and I'm not making that up. All the things, Genesis 1 through 26 and 28, that is in that, the Most High's words, is true and obtainable. It has just been hidden from you. This is your chance to actually see it, understand it, and know how to obtain it the way it was meant to be. There is nothing about this fraudulent. It is actually the way you are supposed to behave and operate your life every day. You just don't know it, and most people don't know it. And the ones that are exposed to the Most High, moving closer to Him, some people are afraid of things that they don't know about or that's different. You can't be that, because the things that come closer to you may be the very thing that's trying to save you. And I think that you'll find that in this material. I know you will. In anyone else that has a spiritual foundation will be gifted, as I have stated. Absolutely gifted all that the Creator promised. And your life will be so happy you will do the things in your life that are important to you. You will live the life that you really want to live. I'm telling you. And you won't misunderstand. You will see that all the things that you do now may be frivolous things because you don't see them for what they are. But when you edify yourself in this, you will see that I'm exactly right. You will know that the things that you have done up to this point, you probably wouldn't have done. Because if you're not doing exactly what you want to do, and you're working for someone else, and you're making them rich and happy, and you aren't really receiving the benefits that you really want, then you're not seeing life the way the Most High meant for you to. And God's material, I guarantee you, if you do all this required, if you edify yourself in this, everything I just told you will be exact and correct, and you will know that you may be doing something for someone else and neglecting yourself and your loved ones. This is meant to give you the pathway of what you want to do. That is what the Most High wanted for all of us, is to live our lives in peace and harmony and respectful to thy brother and thy sister. How many of us are doing that to this day? I insist, not many. And it may be prophecy that 2/3 of the people will never see the kingdom. They will never see the kingdom because they are not willing to see truth. So how would you know which pathway to take to righteousness and honor and receive you have your physical life, but what is more important to you? What is temporary or your everlasting life, which is everlasting? And there will be no doubt that the kingdom is real and your everlasting life depends strongly on who and what you are and the way you conduct yourself and the things that you believe in. That's enough right there to make people think, why would I risk my very soul because I'm afraid to make the right choice? Or to at least edify yourself to make the choice that you should. But there will be no doubt in your mind once you make that initial step. You will see everything and you'll make the right choices in your life. My life changed so drastically. I was so happy. I was in a dark, dark place. But my faith was strong, and I moved closer to my faith in the Creator and love for Him, and the brotherhood embraced me, and the Khan edified me. My love for them and trust is absolute. And I insist and hope all people will give themselves a chance to find the peace and wonderful things the Father meant for us to have.
Hey, Daryl Thornhill, if you're still on the call, you need to pay for shipping for that book. I appreciate your order, but I see you didn't pay for shipping. I'm not sure how that happened. But I'm going to go and check it out. Shipping's $11.15.
I hope and pray that all the people under the sound of our voice think about all the things that we've talked about thus far. This may not be here for you tomorrow. It may go away in an instant. It may last a minute. It may last a day. But here and now is a chance to do something for your family, for yourself, for the world, the people we love. Look at what's going on today in this world. Look at Texas. Look at the COVID-19. When have you ever seen the eternal order erode? It's because of people. Take. That's not the way the Most High meant for it to be. If we weren't preyed upon and all these things that have come into our lives that have made people beasts, evil, prey upon thy brother, thy sister. We were meant to love and share with each other in harmony. You see the world eroding its judgment, prophecy. 2/3, do any of you understand that the lives you live every day contribute to your eternal demise? I insist that's true. And you still perpetuate the same behavior over and over and over, because you want fiat. Fiat isn't even real. Look it up. 192, 7310. House Joint Resolution. It's not real. You live under the world.
Word fiat itself means fate.
How can you chase something and be ready to kill thy brother and thy sister for something that is actually worthless? It's because you've been preyed upon. You've been dealt falsehood since birth. All along. But you don't have to, it's not too late for people, but the truth is, most people don't believe in a damn thing. That's why I asked you, did you believe in the Creator? It is essential to believe in the very thing that is here to save you, because without true belief, there is no salvation. You must believe in something, or it is said that you will fall for anything. And I insist that's true. But in true belief, salvation, and there is the pathway to righteousness and honor in the kingdom will be visible to all. You got to want it. Once you edify yourself, I insist belief will take place. And most people don't even understand that time is of the essence. Because unlike what people think, that they can just say, oh, forgive me, and they are forgiven. That's not true. There is not a bit of truth in that. You have to become who and what you profess to. You have to become a true believer to be gifted. So most people need to start edifying themselves because they don't believe. But when you get the information and you digest it and you understand it, I would insist that most people will naturally transform into believers. They have to want it. If you want to just be a heathen, a drunk, a fool, chase women, or just sit up under a baseball game, a football game every day when there is something more rewarding to do. How about learn something that can save your total, entire family, soul, and bring about something so special and wonderful, no words could form my mouth to actually say. That is absolutely truth. But we see again and again that people stand back, and I've never understood why they don't want the things that they claim to want. They go so-called to church and say they believe, but they don't believe in a damn thing. Because they don't.
Hey, so like, yeah, Daryl Thornhill, you need to pay $11.15 for shipping. I'm not sure how that went through without shipping, but I'm not paying for shipping because I see 3 orders in, and if I was to pay for shipping for 3 people, multiply 11.15 times 3. No, I can't. I'm not going to be able to do it. Let's see. Did Malachi pay for shipping? Let me go back and look at these things, man. It's probably the way that this thing was set up. Let's see. Thornhill didn't pay for shipping. Nor did Malachi. So Malachi, both you and Thornhill owe $11.15 for shipping. To ship that book. I can't hold you. Because already that would be $22.30 to ship both of your books out of my pocket. I can't hold you. Pardon me. And we have another one. Eric Guillory. You need to pay for shipping also. $11.15. That is if you guys want those books shipped to you. Pardon me, Marty. Chantel, you have any more questions? You have any questions regarding anything? I'm calling her Chantel. Chanel, my bad.
It's okay. No. It's okay because in my mind I was like, he probably not looking at the screen. You know, he's probably doing something.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was writing. I was in these people's envelopes there.
But it's interesting that you said that because for a while I have been wanting to change my name. It started with my last name was hyphenated, and so I had wanted to drop one of my names, and then I didn't, and it was kind of something again. I just wanted to like change my name, and I find that people do it on a regular, and so. I'm like, I should really change my name, but I don't even know what to change it to, or like, how do you start that? Well, I know how to start this, but maybe know what to change it to or anything, but it's
Let me ask
interesting
you
that
this.
that
Let
you
me ask
even
you
did
this
that
now.
because it just reminded me of something that I
Do you believe in a supreme deity, or as they say, a god?
yes yes.
You pause for that one. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure that you believe? I mean, you can answer, just answer it truthfully, because what I found is always best to be yourself. I already have enough people coming around me trying to be something other than themselves, and that doesn't look good when someone tries to be other than themselves to try and cater to someone else. When people try to look like other people or sound like other people or talk like other people, that's a really ugly, fake, fictitious character. You're talking about a straw man. That's a straw man. If I ever saw one, someone that actually put on a mask and tried to, impersonate someone else, just, be real, be transparent. People will always respect you more, and it goes a lot further because it's exceedingly
Um,
difficult to be something you're not.
Mm.
you're right about that.
Real talk. Go ahead, Chanel.
And it's not. Oh, not that I don't believe, but I don't have a good enough understanding. So
Of
as a
what?
child, I was given Christianity. I didn't have a choice. Of a higher power. So again, as a child, I was given Christianity, and it was more of the methodology and the tradition of it than it was about God. And so, as I got older, it was more of a, I want more understanding about this. But I think I lived heavily in the world for a long time, and
Are you? Are
and
you?
so that
Ex, excuse me. Are you still addicted to that drug?
um no.
Yeah, that's good.
So
Hold on. Eric, it's like here. Eric Gullery. If
but
you're on the call, if you're on the call, your address. You sent me two different addresses that doesn't quite make sense. You sent the PO box. This doesn't make sense at all. Wow. You sent the PO box that you say was in Big Springs, Texas, and then right a line under that you put Colorado, Texas. That's just not clear. Eric, can you come on the call? Eric, Guillory. If you're in the room, come on the call because your address, this would never get to you. It's amazing how some people don't even know how to fill out a simple address form. Not to call someone out, but this gets kind of annoying after a while. Go ahead, sister. Hmm.
um so yeah, I went I got to go clean and sober on my own. I didn't really like have a lot of assistance, and it was like really 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 at first, and then after a while, my self-worth and all that stuff kind of went up, and I was just like, I don't even want to do this, you know and so that kind of spurred this people say a journey, but it just spurred something in me to want to seek something different. And so again, it's not that I don't believe, but I just don't have a good enough understanding of the world. There's so many thoughts and opinions that go around, and in my own personal experiences, um, I don't really know what to call it, but I know that there is something there. But a lot of these words that we use, for me, it just doesn't resonate with that energy. Like God, that or like maybe something like that, or like higher power. But I haven't found a way to like make it for me to actually say what I quote unquote believe in or don't believe in, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. You know what I suggest? I suggest that you start attending True Disciples of Christ Bible study Tuesday nights at 8:30.
Okay.
You'll hear the Bible from a totally different perspective, from the true perspective, no religious
Okay.
ideology or ideology involved.
Mhm.
That's my suggestion.
Okay. I can do
You'll
that.
be glad that you did.
Okay.
But yeah, that Christianity, that's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, I know. And I'm honestly, I haven't actually been in a Christian church in years. But I think that I still have some of that gunk on me. That, some of that stuff from Christianity. I think I still have, some of the indoctrination. And some of the things that I battle with internally, I feel like it's a reflection of that. Struggling to let go of what I was taught as a child, taught in my youth, but not as, you know, it's but it's just habit. I don't want to contradict my parents. The people who taught them what they know. And I think that's the biggest thing is, either they love me and they gave me what they knew, but it's kind of wrong, and it's like, it's really hard to discover.
Yeah, what you must understand is they didn't know that it was wrong. We only know what we know, right? So
Mhm.
they think it was in fact the truth. I mean, that's all they know. So religion really is like a drug when people grasp it. Like if you introduce them to something else, even if what they've actually been studying their entire life is a lie, they don't want to let that go because it's a belief. Especially coming from a family member that's, wow, they really don't want to let that go. I mean, when they hear it from an outsider, it's generally a little easier. That's why Hamashiach said a prophet is less honor in his own country, his own town, his own home. But I hear you. I think we all had a similar journey as far as that is concerned. Family, they indoctrinate certain beliefs into you.
Mhm. And like trying to exist and be a productive member of of part of a society that, like what he like Mark saying earlier, it's like, they're asleep, they're clueless, and they might not ever understand. And it's like, it's it's easier to just nod my head and just agree with them, just say, yeah, okay. I know on the inside, I'm conflicted with what I believe in, but I can't express that with them. And so I think that created a lot of, like I said, a lot of internal conflict in myself, because you know I know that there's something else out there, but I don't, based on what I was taught, it's like, how do I step outside of the programming that I'm being, programmed in, if that it makes any sense. So maybe that, I feel like the need of an understanding, you know, um, is like really, really, really important for me, because
Right.
I do need something to stand on. I do need to be grounded in something. That's very, very, very important, and I can see how that plays a role in my life, short and long term, because of that.
Hmm. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I do see that.
Shalom just came in. Ben Emmanuel, what do you have? Ben Emmanuel, what do you have? check. King.
Mic check. Can you hear me now? Mic check. Mic check. Okay. Damn. Sorry. Hallelujah. Shalom to them. Shalom to you. Shalom to the rest of the panel. I got two very simple questions, and I'm very curious about to hear your thoughts about that. And I can give context after the questions if you need the context for the questions. So the first question is, what does Ratna mean in Hebrew? The second question is Hosea 1:11.
Oh, listen, brother. This is not a Bible forum right here that we're discussing.
Okay.
We do that on Tuesday nights. Right now, we're talking about commerce. This platform right now was specifically for my book, The Corporation. So this is not the appropriate forum. And if you want to debate, we don't get involved in those polemics over here. If you want to teach, you could go to your own platform and you could teach over there. This platform is not for that. I don't have time for those like you over here.
Here we go with that nonsense.
Get out of here.
You know, boy, oh boy, they got some real dumbasses. It's lucky.
You clown come over here and want to give a test. We're not even talking about this stuff right now. Wow, man. These people never cease to amaze me. Wow.
Unbelievable.
You got nothing better to do with his time than sit around with his stomach, his anus, and go and look for a debate like the typical debtor.
Come right in with that nonsense.
Wow.
You see, that tripped me out, God.
Bring that damn nonsense over here. I had two questions. Well, go and get them answered. Go and stand on your own style. And they want to use this platform to do it. This is not a damn debate forum. I'm not. You're stuck in your beliefs that this is the wrong guy. I'm the wrong guy for that, man. You won't shine. You won't shine over here.
He's lucky, Con, because you would have tore him a new one, man. They always get it too when he's real lucky.
Yeah, I have no time for that nonsense, man. For real. Yeah, I can't give my energy to people like that anymore, man. It's a waste of time. Because what is it going to profit, Marty? Nothing. It's just a waste of my time. If you're stuck in that belief, then hey, shalom. Have a nice day, whatever it is. We talking about something totally different. He want to come on here and debate about Hebrew words.
Stuff written down on a piece of paper. He want to debate you. And they always get slayed like anything, man. I mean, they get mocked.
I hope he's on the West Coast, man. Who I need to come on this call is Eric, because he gave me a bad address. Give me 2 addresses here. See if I can reach out to him. Hey, you got anything else, sis? You see that? You see that kind of thing we got to deal with? Sis, this guy coming to want to debate. What does Ratna means in Hebrew? Whatever he said, man.
What an idiot. You know, it almost reminds me of the cowboy days when there's always a guy that try the fast gun, you know, and they never win.
You see how they come in, Marty? He coming in with the spirit of high shaitan. You see how he come in, trying to come in peacefully, and then you're trying to engage in polemics, man. Get your weak behind up out of here, man. I don't have time for that nonsense. People just think they could come over here and say anything they want to say, man. You want to debate? Go over and Sotnetters are, FOPE. They like debating, man. Go over there, man. It's just not a debate forum over here. Everyone that come over here and trying to debate, we chase them off, man. No time for that.
I mean, when you
want to learn something new, then you come here. If you think you're already a teacher, then you should be out there teaching, not coming over here trying to bring your whatever your doctrine, your philosophy over here, because I don't care to hear it.
You used to really get them, though. I mean, I've never seen one of them win against you, and you don't even look at it like that. But you used to just mop them, you know, and they keep coming. You used to just lay them out, man. It's like they all want to try you. and they just make you do it effortlessly. But
Those
I
debtors
just
like that, Marty, they gotta pay me to talk to me now. Them a debtor like that, charge these debtors, man. Start writing these debtors a bill, man. I'm a creditor, man. I'm start writing these debtors a bill. Pay me, debtor. You're wasting my time. You're on my fee schedule. Want to come over here and debate? First, settle my fee schedule, you freaking debtor. They won't even understand what I'm talking about. Malachi, all of you, you three guys that ordered the book, I need you to go ahead and pay for the shipping. I'm over here trying to fill out envelopes, Marty. Almost 1 in the morning. He wants to come and debate. We're over here trying to, guard the sister. He wants to debate.
I couldn't believe it, man. Because you know what? Remember the last guy, you tore him to shreds, and then he just fell apart, started going off in the chat. You wouldn't give him no attention. You got him at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put him down. It's crazy, man. They do that, man. It's just crazy when they do it. Wow. It'd be funny. I don't want to laugh. Sometimes I mute myself. But they look so stupid. Then when they look it up, it'd be just like you said. They'd be, they
but
just
what's annoying, Marty? What makes them think they could just come here, man? And what makes them just think they could come here and do whatever they want to do, debate?
boy, oh boy.
Damn, man. Adam Bright, Trumpet just ordered all those books, man. Take forever to get over there. I put a box to put them in. Yeah, man.
Instead of them embracing this Kahan and realizing, they want to debate. They could get something special over here, but they want to try to see if they can take you out. It never has happened in all the years that debaters they came through here. Not one has ever been successful. Not one. I mean, they are so funny to me. Stupid. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. You know what that is, Marty? I don't even know this dude. You know why they do that? Because they try and use my platform to get popular off. You will not eat off of me, buddy. Forget about it, little mister. You will not eat off of me. They don't have a platform to do that. They want to come over here. Debate. Nope, not over here.
You take the great Kahan down.
Smarter than that.
They'd be the fastest gun in the universe if they could beat you. In all the years they've tried it, and I've watched them, you know that. I always watch them. Not one has been successful. And then they get mad. Then they have the nerve to get mad and look stupid. That makes them look real.
Wow, man. Wow. Hey, Chanel, you still there? He might have chased Chanel off. Oh, no, he's in the room under something else. He said he learned from this guy, but the word that he said, I don't even know what he was saying. It sounds like he said right now something. If that's him right there, claim your inheritance. Then he had a different name when he came in the room. You see what he put in the text room?
Oh yeah, that's what they do. That too. They always come back in there with that nonsense.
Man, I'm not. It's not for no debating, man. Yeah, he said he wasn't doing that, man. But hey, what did it sound like to you, Marty? I mean,
Come on, that's exactly what he
don't
came right off with it. He didn't even, some of them try to ease into it and be slippery. He comes right in with some shit he probably wrote down on a piece of paper. What an idiot.
Man, I'm
And
already
then
tired, man. Hey, Chanel, you still there? Chanel fell asleep in her car. What's going on, Sean?
there she is. Where you at, Chanel? You still there, Chanel?
Big play. What's going on with you, King? Yeah, I think Chanel might have fell asleep in her car, man. Hopefully she wasn't still driving. This guy, Eric, he needs to give me a
Hello?
proper address.
Mic check.
Hell is love. We say shalom.
Okay, yeah. I had this Bluetooth on, and I guess it wasn't working. But I was saying I was here.
They
I'm
taught
listening
us
to
to say
information.
hello. Because they want to keep us on a lower form of vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Hell is low. That's the lowest form of vibration there is. We stay close to the Shemayim, meaning the heavens.
Okay.
Say shalom. Shalom, sister.
Okay. So
Hey,
shalom.
Chanel, you missed all of that?
No, I didn't. No, when you said it, I was like, "Yep, you're right. Yep, you're right."
No. I mean, the comrade that just came in the room. Well, he said he wasn't debating, but it sounded like a debate to me, Marty. Give me a
Honestly,
bump.
it took me back to that guy that wanted edification in that detox video.
He's a debtor. He's a
Like that kind
debtor.
of, that kind of like they say they don't want to debate, but that's really kind of what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Because like maybe they like conflicted with the word. Because I can't,
Chanel,
like I just read the scripture, and yeah, I'm like, oh, I need to be living like this. This is how I'm supposed to be living. Anything else other than that, it's like, I'm doing myself a disservice.
Chanel, they want to take the Khan down. Look, this happened year after year, year after year. They come on, they figure if they can take him down, they rise up. It's like a fast gun coming down back in the cowboy. They want to get the top guy. In all the years, not one has ever been successful. And then they get mad, go to the chat and start coming unglued. It's just crazy. They always get it real bad, not kind of bad, like real bad. Debtors. Khan doesn't do any of that. He used to just slay them, but now he doesn't patronize that nonsense anymore.
No, Marty. He's from the government. He was here to help. Just like Sleeping Joe. Hey, I'm from the government. I'm here to help. Okay. Roger that. Claim your inheritance, man. I mean, I'm gonna say this to the brother, man. If you wasn't coming to debate, then hey, man, I got 2 words for you. Forgive me, but that's the way it seems like you came off. But I'm not. I don't get into the whole polemics thing, man. I don't have anything to prove at this point. I don't have anything to prove. And polemics, that's arguing. I don't get involved in arguing. To you your way, and me mine. What I know, what I do, it works for me every time. So I'm gonna keep following the Supreme Elohim and do what I do. I'm just trying to do me, man. That's it. I don't try to impose my will on anyone, anything like that.
Khan, he could have came over here for the blessing and the gifts. The more important thing than the absolute ridiculous. Of course, he was trying to debate, but he went straight to it. And
Man,
I
easy
was
being me and can't take it.
stupid. Saving lives over here, and he wants to do something else.
Why they want to take me out? Why they want to take me out, Chanel? Why they want to take me down? I'm trying to do good. Why they want to take me down, Marty? Man, they be
That's
hating.
exactly
That's why
why.
I'm making videos about this. They hating on me,
Trying to save lives. Yeah.
I'm international, man.
There's nobody like you out there. I never say nothing I don't believe in. I check, and I've been out here a long time. There's no one does what you do. They don't. And they'll get your ass locked up if you go with that. This is real knowledge, complete, absolute. You don't have to worry about the con stuff, only yourself, what you're going to do and absorb this. That's it.
Hey, Trumpet, I'm gonna mail these books tomorrow, multi willing. May take you a month to get them, man. Brother. The brother wasn't, if the brother was sincere, because he's saying he really wanted to know. If that's the case, brother, I got two questions for you. I mean, two words for you. Forgive me. It just sounded too familiar, man. People come on here want to debate. We got no time for that, man. Try to educate people, man. And the only thing that comes from is envy, or they want to gain popularity. And put my life on them. They don't think they get that.
God. How many people save lives? You save lives every day. That's what this is, saving lives. If you save one life, you're doing something. And you save multiple lives every day. What? The cost of yours. If anybody doubts that, look at history, and you don't have to ask. When you do what you do, they don't like people to be edified. They don't want you to wake up. They want you to keep your robe and slippers on and walk around in a coma and fall asleep everywhere you go. But when you save lives, they wonder, why is that person walking around? He's awake. He's awake. He's awake. They don't like it. More people are waking up. How many saved lives? People ought to ask themselves that. Are they saving any lives? But it's true.
Nah, Marty, they too busy wanting to debate, man.
Yeah.
Hate. The hate comes along with the debate. The debate. Listen, I hate, so I want to debate.
You know, it's rewarding.
Marty, I'm gonna get a new label, man. I'm gonna just get some Gatorade. Instead of giving Gatorade, I'm gonna just take some purple grape Kool-Aid and pour it into some bottle with a water and call it Haterade and let them drink that, because they don't get no hate from hate. Yeah, that Kool-Aid make them stir them. We call it Haterade.
Yeah, that rot gut. That's Haterade.
It's making them. It's gonna make them stir them, Marty. You know what I mean? All that hate can't do nothing. You hating too much.
Save a soul or two. You know, it's rewarding just helping you assisting you. All praises due to our Creator, assisting you save lives. But when you're doing that, and you got somebody that wants to cause by debating you, I mean, why not accept the gift and be part of it? You know, because if you save one life and bring one person up to speed, it is.
These Negro whites, they hate Tazadaq, don't they? Most of them. That is. They're not Israelites, they Negro whites, bro.
Most High, that's who they do, because the Most High, I mean, He gave you this gift. So they really hate the Creator, because they do. Quit hating the Creator instead. They don't even realize it. That's what they do. Start doing it. Creator's gonna send he's gonna send their ass to hell for it. True. Dare anybody to prove me wrong. I double dare them to prove I'm wrong. You get this material and read it and tell me you don't understand what's in it. If you understand what's in it, then you'll see exactly what it says. No mistake in what his material is bringing out. And you can use it effectively. You ain't praying, you're not Christian praying to something and not getting anything. All of this material gives you absolutely what you need. Absolutely what you need, and not one person that has it can say I'm lying. Call in here that had everybody that has the kind of material and tell me if I'm lying. It does exactly. Gives you everything you need, everything. And call in right now and show me and tell me where I'm lying. They ain't gonna do it because they can't do it. It will save your asses. I'm waiting. Somebody call in and say, oh, this right here. Show me where I am lying, but it doesn't give you everything that I said. Everything. And you know, you wrote the material and put it together, Khan. I understand it, and it does exactly that. It gives you everything. I mean, every single thing. Stop me when I'm lying and call in and tell me I am lying right now. And not one word. That's enough to make you want to get it right there. No one, and I insist, thousands have this material, and no one is going to say, Marty Mark, lying. That's how powerful this stuff is. That's how powerful it is. Priceless is exactly what it is. I call it. You've heard me say this, Con. It's the
Where's T-Doc at, Marty Mark?
T-Doc
eating, man.
is who they are. They want to be here. I'm not sure. I can't speak for our brothers, but I know one thing. They know exactly what I said is true. And all the people that aren't a member of T-Dot know that your material gives you every single thing you need in your life. Call me in and show or tell me where I'm wrong. They can't do it.
David can't do it. Where's he at, Marty Mark? David, you out in the background somewhere, son?
There. You know he's there.
David, you back there somewhere, man. Show your face, David. You back there tipsy? That's Tipsy Hustle right there, Marty. Tipsy Hustle. He's always on a hustle to try and get tipsy.
You know, I mean, I don't understand why people like being trapped doing the thing that they hate doing, don't want to do it, and they do it anyway. And this gives them the ability not to do it. It absolutely will give you this. What you're doing that you don't want to do, it gives you the ability not to do it and not miss a beat. Actually, you'll be better off and you'll be more prosperous. Now, anybody call in and show me where I'm wrong about that. They can't do it. Can't do it. Do it.
Not gonna be able to do it.
They can't do it.
David, you out there? Damn, man, they still ordering, man.
You hate your job. This gives you the ability to learn, understand. Tell me, it doesn't give you the ability not to do that. I mean, how many people can claim that? Nobody. The ability to not do that. That means when you're going to work, you're just over broke. I'm telling you, you don't have to do it. You just don't know it because you don't want to know it, or you are comfortable doing something stupid like that. And if you get this material, it does this too. And show me why I'm not. It shows you that you're doing something you don't have to do. Anybody call in and tell me I'm lying about that? If they understand this, this shows you where you don't have to do it, and you can be more prosperous, more happy in every way. Now call in and prove me wrong. That means everybody should be calling in. Let me get this. Let me see where that's right. I'm telling you. I'll send you some fiat, name it. I'll send you 1,000 of those fiat things if you can prove me wrong. Everybody heard me say it. I'll stand on it. I'm a man of my word. If you can prove me wrong, I'll send you 1,000 of them fiat things. Just show me where I'm wrong in anything I said. I know you can't. And most people be like, wow, that's a pretty big claim. You're damn right it is. I must feel pretty solid in saying it. 1,000 of those FRNs if you can show me what I just said is wrong. Because I understand this and I know I'm right. And I'll do exactly that. All you got to do is show me I'm an honorable man.
It's like, hey, Daryl, why did you pay again? You don't need it to the shipping. I'm gonna send one of those back. Cool, you're gonna lose about $10 over that. Daryl Thornhill, he's still in the core? Daryl, you didn't have to pay again. You just needed to do the shipping. I'm gonna send one of those. I'm back, Daryl. The first one you did. For both of them. How long we've been on here like 2 hours and 19 minutes.
No calls, Kahan. Nobody called in, did they?
Nope. Not at all. Not at all.
They can't, because they can't show me that, because you know I know it does exactly what I said. Shit, come on now. You're doing something every day you don't need to do, probably. But if you don't want to do what you're doing every day, I am insisting you that you do not have to do it, and you can be just as prosperous, more prosperous, if you get this material. If you can show me where I'm wrong, I'm going to stand on what I said. I'm waiting for one person to call in.
They're not gonna call in, Marty. Come on, man. You already know.
Because they can't show me that. You know they can't. I mean, I want them to try, but I mean, look, it's impossible. That should make everybody want to see what I mean about this. If you heard what I said, your life would change. I just told you. I put 1,000 of my own fiat dollars up, and I will honor that. So help me, because I will do it. Or I will never ever come on this platform again. I mean it. People to understand how stupid you are for laying back and doing nothing. I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. I mean, look, I told you I was upside down, upside down. I'm right side up and moving forward effectively. I'm a creditor. You dig? There's only two type of people in this world. You don't know that. That means you're a debtor or you're a creditor, because that's truth. I am a creditor. What are you? What are you? More than likely a debtor. You don't have to be. Come on.
Yeah.
Right? One thing we don't do over here, you will never hear us talking nothing that we don't believe in and we can't back up. You'll never hear us doing it. This is an honorable platform. When we drop something, we drop it in a real way. Anybody we catch putting out false documents and speeches, they can't be with us. We get rid of them. We do not allow that. You have to be an honorable person and do as you are supposed to and say. Everything I told you, I can back it up and prove it. Not one of the people that are with us are going to ever make statements that are not true. And if they do, they will be checked. We will do what is required to make sure it doesn't happen. That's what's up. Stand that. Believe that. Understand it. And do something with your lives today. The kind he gives a lot. He has reached out to every one of us brothers that has needed him and never ever has turned away from us. It doesn't matter what we need. That's who he is. He's never ever let me down, and I've needed his assistance. I'm not ashamed to say that I needed thy brother. He's done a lot to change my life for the better. It's my duty and honor to assist him. I don't say a damn thing that ain't true. I would never say it for any man. I've never believed in anybody because most people are full of it. I've known the Khan for several years now, and I believe in him. I've never seen him wrong when he has ever presented anything to me. Sometimes I've wanted him to be wrong about things. I've told him that. But, I accept he was right, But he is always exactly who he says he is. You'll never catch him doing what most others do, and that's lie to you to gain. He has in webinars refunded loads of fiat back to people that did things that were unscrupulous, at least. Most people don't refund your fiat, they want to hold on to it. I've seen him do it time and time again, loads of fiat. People come in our honorable platform and will try to do something unscrupulous. You'd be surprised how many people come over here and try to use the gift of the Most High that he granted to the Kahan in vain. And they've been exposed for it. Did the Kahan keep their fiat? Hell no. He shot it back to them and kicked them out. That's right. How many of you can say that? Most of you just, that's all you want. Fiat, 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 fiat. Now, there's so much more.
I used to be like that. Oh, I apologize.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
no.
I wanted
Go
to
ahead,
answer your
Chanel.
question.
No,
I was
go
gonna say
ahead, Chanel.
I used to be like that. I used to. Oh, I apologize. Yeah, I used to be like, oh my gosh, I need money for this, or you know, like I guess the term money hungry, quote unquote. I was like that, and having that mindset, it seemed like I never had it, and then it seems like I was always in a state of needing it. And then I went through some things, and it catapulted me into a space where I want to care more about me, and then I would just like accidentally end up in scenarios where where different forms of currency will fall into my lap. I wouldn't even try for it, and then that's when I realized, wow, this ain't even really that important. How I feel about me and like my and how I feel when I go to sleep at the end of the day, that's more important than that. And like really triggered something in me. And I was like, wow, I was blind. Like, I don't even know where that thought for it came from, but it was so toxic, and it wasn't very positive. It didn't lead me anywhere at all. Maybe it had me running in circles. But it's not a very good way of thinking. And I and nobody's perfect. But I say that in some areas where I still want to work on those. Sometimes I'm still like, oh man, maybe I should strive for more. No, I'm good where I'm at. I have to reassure myself, like, just to keep from falling back into that thought form. But it's an everyday thing. Like society has us geared to that. It's like if you want to just be happy with yourself, like what's wrong with you? Like, no, you're supposed to go do this. Like, all rappers, they talk about go get money and do this and do that, and the girls will do this and you have all this money. But, it's really not that important. It's really not. Yeah. It's just toxic. It's just a toxic way of thinking, and it's not gonna get you anywhere at all.
You really need to attend Bible study on Tuesday night. You'll really be you'll be edified in a really positive way, because you just said
All right.
something really important. At the end of the day, that is my motto I live by. When I look in the two-way, I want to feel good about who I am. I don't give a damn what people think about me. I care what I think about me. I care what the Most High think about me. That's the important part, to feel good about you. That's why I told you that you have been touched, and that's why you're over here, because it is true. And you have some qualities about yourself that are bringing you closer to uh, Kahan and the Most High. Because I see that, I really do.
Mm.
Truly do see that, by your honesty and the things that you feel and you say are genuine. And there's a lot to be said for that. I hope you do realize that you're over here and not by chance. I insist that it's not by chance. You're over here for a reason and a good reason, a positive one. And I want you to embrace that and move forward with this. And I insist that you will be blessed in a very, very, very special way. And you'll understand it because when you get this gift, the creator by way of the Kahan, it is exactly what I said. It transcends across all lines. It will complete you, show you where you have been maybe bamboozled by the things that you never suspected. You never thought that these things were impacting
Mm.
your life like a 300-pound gorilla, 3,000-pound gorilla. I mean, it's that bad. But people are oblivious to this because they choose to not seek real knowledge. And that is so amazing to me that something so free for the soul, people don't want to embrace it. And I suspect there's a lot of reasons. People are afraid these days of being individuals. I always attribute it to a dream I had where I opened the pasture gate and there were hundreds of sheep, if not thousands. And out beyond the gate was pasture, hillside of beauty and wonder. Not one sheep moved from that corral because people are afraid these days to be individuals. They have been bred to be afraid and uncommitted. And if men are supposed to be kings, they act more like queens. I'm sorry. It's just the way it seems to me. They're emotional, they're fragmented, they want to argue and fuss and get all tied up in I think most of the guys now need to stop wearing these tight garments like women, quit using eyeshadow and makeup. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm going to leave that alone. But I just said, I really think that some of them should be more manly. And I'm not trying to cut anybody at all. But like I said, I'm going to leave that alone. And I just, when like a sister like yourself chooses a man or a partner, it is her job to do the best she can because you're supposed to choose him for life. And he's supposed to lead you and guide you. These are the words of the Most High. And if life was actually people conducted themselves the way uh, the book says, people wouldn't be the way they are. They wouldn't be envious, jealous of each other, and uh, preying upon thy brother and thy sister. It is because the things that prey upon us have taught us these evil ways. And we need to get back to the truth and conduct ourselves with honor, responsibly. That's what this is. But it's so much more. It actually will show you everything I said. It will show you not just to hypothetically expect it, it will actually materialize the things that I told you. They will be there to touch, feel, and utilize. That's what this is. It's not about wishing and hoping and praying. It's about positive results in obtaining the things that you want. It is, that's why no one's calling in. Yeah, I'm wrong, because everybody that has this material know I'm right. And if that's true, why wouldn't you other people want that for yourselves? It is the greatest gift in life. It's hands down. If it didn't do anything but show you exactly who you are, it would still be the greatest gift in life. Because I insist most people have no idea who they are. They think they do. They'd be like, oh, what is Marty Mark talking about? He don't know. But I know who I am. No, the hell you don't know. You don't know. There's nothing wrong with being ignorant to a fact. It just means you don't know. It's not to insult you or take you down or cut you. Just need to know these things that move effectively, and it will give you everything I said. Or there would be someone that thousands of people have this material. They would call and say, look, you're not right. Look at this. Look at this. They're not going to say that because it is exactly what I said. It gives you results that you can utilize. And it is everything you want. It will give you everything you want, and you will not have to do what you don't want. No one called in to say I was incorrect because they're not going to do it. They can't do it. Some are afraid to utilize it because people are just watered down, fragmented, and they are just a carbon copy of what they should be, but they aren't a reality. And you have to understand that I made it very clear that it is each person's duty to see through the deception. You can't stand on the sideline. You can't do it. You're going to hurt yourself because just like I'm telling you now to join in, when you see pathways, which one leads to the kingdom? You will not know because you have no idea who you are. Do you understand? This is truth. You got to believe in something. I mean, I don't know how much more. I will never give up on my people because I love you all. But sometimes I just have to say you are some of the weakest people, and that's just truth.
Well, Marty, I think I'm gonna bring it to an end. No one else came in the room except for Chanel. None of your T-Dot guys showed up. What's going on with your people, Marty?
I can't call it con. I don't know.
Videos must be cutting them, man. Put another one out, Marty.
I know they're back there. I don't know what's up.
No, they're not back there. They're whacking. They're somewhere whacking off. Spiritualist.
I hope not, con. Hope not.
For real spiritual men, Marty, not actors. Do 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 do.
Don't know, con, but people are going to be so sorry when they join that 2/3 of the people that are going to be excluded from the kingdom.
Liquidated.
Mm.
They're going to be liquidated by the weapons of the Most High. What is that monotonous clicking noise? Are you doing that, Chanel?
Yes. Let me mute myself.
Things. Very irritating. Well, Marty, I think it's time to bring this one to a CLOSED. Closed. I hear a train in the background somewhere. Is that coming from her also?
That's yeah, that's from me, kind. It's in my background. Something always profound about a train in the background. It's like the T.O.P.O.R.A.T.I.O.N members. Distant and
So
form.
say you.
This
T-Dot members, huh? What are they going to do for Perun? Interesting. They don't even.
interesting.
They be fighting that spirit, wanting to go back to the world, man. I know what it'd be like. They be fighting that spirit, wanting to go back to the world. I mean, this is why it's hard for me to even get some guys to do a Bible study. Got to keep asking them. I put that in the room for hours. No one said anything. I see it.
Yeah, and you're right, Khan. And you know, I feel that that's true. They creep back into the world, and they know what that's going to bring them, and they still can't resist it, man. I don't understand the human mind. Don't get it. Hold on.
We've got a whole.
This world has really did a job on mankind. They can't break away from the very thing that's destroying them 100%. Well,
All right, Marty, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down.
and
I'm going to say shalom to everyone. Thank everyone for tuning in. And until next time, we're going to say shalom. Everyone be safe.
Shalom.
And thank you for tuning in, Chanel. Hope to see you this Tuesday.
Okay. Thank you.
Right,
Now,
sure.
okay, I'll work. I'll go in at 1800 Eastern.
1800. Using the military?
Huh?
Were you in the military?
Oh no. I figured it was just easier. I mean, I don't know where everybody is, so yeah. Yeah, but I'm on the East Coast. So yeah, I'll be at work, so I'll be listening.
All right.
Periodically, but I can I'll just go back and rewind and comment and stuff like that.
All right. Roger that.
I'm going to say shalom to you, Khan, and you too, Chanel, and to the family. Peace be with you.
Shalom.
Most God bless. Shalom.
Everyone be safe. Shalom.